All right. Looks like that's rolling along. Like I said, if anybody has any comments out there to add to the program, please jump on in. But in the meantime, hey, thanks for checking out a Between Two Stoves. I'm going to have Ravin Patel here on Industry Cooking Channel, okay? My name is Dave Nelson, and I dream of a world where adults know how to simply feed themselves. It's a big dream, I know, but it's the dream I have, okay? That's why I love what Amber Stott and the good people over there at Food Literacy Center do every single day here in Sacramento with our local kids. They teach those kids how to eat real food, okay, and how to cook for themselves, maybe just a little bit, right? So hopefully when they reach adulthood, they don't have to pick up cooking skills out on the street from a guy like me, right? I'm kind of hoping Food Literacy Center can put a guy like me out of business someday. And you can help put me out of business too by checking out Food Literacy Center's website and go on over there and offer up a generous donation to this worthy organization. Local chef Ravin Patel, he gets it. Recently, I was able to ask him what he's up to these days. And we talked about a Food Literacy Center event that he's going to be participating in to raise some dough for kids and families' food futures. Okay, you're going to love this. Let me get it up on the screen here. And all right, prepare to watch video. This is going to be great.
Awesome.
All right. All right, so Chef Ravin Patel, I wanted to thank you for coming on the show today. I wanted to talk about your fundraising event for Food Literacy Center. You seem like a super busy guy, so I just wanted to do a quick one with you today, and I really, really appreciate you being here for this. Ladies and gentlemen, Ravin Patel, there he is. And first of all, the Sacramento food community, which is kind of what I'm repping most of the time, right? They know Ravin best from his long-time stint as a chef for Sellen's Restaurant Group. And as I understand, you wore a ton of hats over there for those guys. Could you kind of talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. So yeah, I moved back, I born and raised here, Sacramento, and then I moved to the East Coast to kind of go to culinary school in New York. And when I came back, the food scene had changed so much, especially when I was younger. It was different. We had a different price point in the sense of, when you're in your 20s, you spend money different than when you're in your 30s, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I didn't really know the restaurant scene. I mean, I knew Centros and what Perrigaris were doing, long established guys, but I didn't really, really didn't know the Sellen family of restaurants. So when I moved here, one of my buddies said, look, you got to work for the kitchen. It's like the restaurant in town. And I've heard of it before. And I was like, okay. So I reached out to Randall and Josh and, tried to get an interview at the kitchen as well as Ella. And I ended up at Ella under Chef Kelly McCowan. So was there for a few years under him and then took over. When he left, Michael Tiemann came in. And then with Tiemann, I was a chef de cuisine. And then when Tiemann left, I took over the executive chef position there in 2012. So was there executive chef at Ella. And then, Josh Nelson was growing his empire in a sense, if you want to call it, and Randall and Nancy were kind of looking to step away, so he asked me to become a corporate chef and take on kind of their role with the food side, and so I did that. And so I was like, their corporate chef for quite a long time, of 2014 to 2018. So I was with them for a long time. Of course, very grateful for that family. They taught me more than I can even say about the restaurant world.
A meteoric rise, wasn't it? I mean, did you move up? Could you say you moved up fairly quick?
Yeah, fairly quick. I had good experience, grew up around food a lot, and had great experience from New York. But yeah, definitely there was opportunity there, and kind of just, put my head down and worked, and had good people around me, from everyone from like your fellow peer cooks to your chefs above you, to obviously Randall and Josh and the whole family and their knowledge. And also the front of house managers and, Joe Vaccaro, guys like these were great mentors for me. So yeah. I accelerated rather fast, not only due to, whatever I brought to the table, but obviously being surrounded by such great and successful people, kind of we all rose together and pushed each other up.
So great. Well, you were a corporate chef for Sellen's, as we know, and now you're currently a corporate chef, are you not? For Presidio companies.
Yeah, my role with them is kind of unique. It's my cousin and his business partner. They started Presidio Companies, which is a hotel development group, right? And they have a lot of other investors, and from small family investors to large equity groups that kind of invest in their different projects. So I'm kind of their in-house kind of F&B manager / chef. Sure. But we obviously, it's a big group that we reach out. We have Aimbridge and Interstate Hotels also helps run and manage things, and they have their own dedicated food and beverage team. So my role is a little like you said, wear many hats, and we kind of evolve where we need to and kind of fit projects as they come along. And so currently it's season.
Several small boutique hotels, like very nice. I was checking out the site. It's really, really beautiful stuff. And you guys have property rolling in Sacramento. Can you just throw that out there a little bit? Give that a shout out.
Yeah, of course. This was the original project. Why I kind of shifted to, my cousins presented me with a opportunity that we have this hotel coming up, the Hyatt Centric in downtown Sacramento. It's on the corner of 7th and L. So we share, one wall with the Golden One Center. Right. It's right on the corner, and they've had that property for a while. They finally developed it after the Golden One came in, and things were moving along. So they said, okay, look, we have this project, and it would be a much, it's kind of your niche. You're in downtown, the scene, kind of, and the type of food we wanted to do originally was kind of going to be select service, but now since the scene changed, we want to go towards more kind of a casual luxury line with Hyatt, and so it'd be perfect fit, and it worked out. So I kind of transitioned there for that one project. Had been working on it for 3 years, but obviously on the ground working at a couple of the other projects we have going on, especially the one in Davis.
I and a few friends of mine, we've been watching that project come together. I come from Hyatt. I was with them for years and years. I don't know if you know that. So properties are going up. We're always checking that stuff out. So nice. Very, very good luck with that and everything. We should probably get to what we were going to talk about. Okay, you've got a Bok Choy throwdown coming up, right? I used to see you all over town when you were more in the Sacramento area, always reaching out and doing events and everything. And I saw that you were working with Food Literacy Center, and I have a ginormous hole in my heart shaped just for them. They fill it up. I just love what those guys do over there. And so I wanted to reach out to you and get on your team and start promoting this, okay? And so I see you have a Bok Choy throwdown coming up on Tuesday the 15th. I've never actually witnessed a Bok Choy or any other kind of throwdown. Could you kind of paint a little picture for us of what this is going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, with COVID going on, obviously, there's a little different format than we normally do. We'd be side by side with the other chefs, and obviously the kids would be kind of integrated and judging us, and so that's always fun. You got to put on your comedic / parent hat. Luckily, I got 2 boys, so I can easily gravitate towards that rather quickly. So, and my wife's a school teacher too, so even further I can gravitate towards it. So I always had a fond place for Amber Scott in the program. So this throwdown is going to take place at Seasons. They're coming to. Jamie's going to come over and film it for Facebook. And I thought, my kids, how can I get my boys to eat something that's a vegetable and enjoy it and still have fun with it? And I always try to pair it with something healthy, something easy, and something that you want to eat, whether it be an adult or a kid. So this throwdown, I'm going to, secretly do basically Bok Choy, but then throw teriyaki glaze on it, right? And throw some garnishes or crunchy. So yeah, you can still taste the vegetable, but obviously giving homage to some of the Asian flavors that it pairs well with, and then keeping it kid friendly. Where who doesn't like? You say teriyaki, and you gather 80% of the kids' attention is gonna be like, ooh, teriyaki. So that's my kind of angle at it, and then making it easy for parents to execute or teachers and stuff. So trying to pick at all those points and make sure I can hit them, and that's as simple as it is. But obviously, there's some secret stuff I got going on. At Seasons, I'll make it kind of unique and interesting that hopefully they can replicate at home. So
because this is kind of a competition, we should kind of say that there are several chefs around town. They all have different vegetables, but we're on Team Bok Choy right here. We're not talking about those other guys, right? But the whole idea here is to raise money for Food Literacy Center, okay? And so they want to raise something like $25,000 during the month of September, as I understand, And I just, like I said, I've seen you working with Amber Stott. I mean, and it's all about food literacy for kids. I mean, can you kind of speak to that a little bit, why you feel that's important? Because I think this is a very important conversation.
I think it's the most important conversation. I think, with how important education is, whether it be textbook kind of education and or physical education, You know, there's emotional education. I believe food ties in to one of those categories as, you know, because it's the one thing you need to do to survive, right? You have to be able to nourish. Yeah. Yeah. You have to be able to eat, and you should eat healthy. And it starts with educating our youth how to eat, because that can fix a lot of problems we have in multiple places, not only nourishing your body and mind, but also, you know, helping yourself heal in the future. Kind of, you know, things have changed a lot in the last year of our lives, right? With COVID. And we've, I think, found a more understanding of how we should nourish each other, especially families now, because you're more integrated instead of eating out all the time. And Amber always brought that, you know, how do we get kids to eat healthy and enjoy things that we did 100 years ago, say, you know, before we started processing the crap out of everything, right?
Food that our great grandparents would recognize as food, not Cheetos, right? Blue Gatorade. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, pre-industrial revolution, let's say, food, right?
I love it. I love it. That's a great way to put it.
So like, and it's simple. It's like you take something, especially where we're from. We're from a place where we're lucky that these kids can go get a carrot and it tastes good, right? It's not shipped 5,000 miles away or whatever you want to say. Obviously, there's seasonality and we have to ship some things in, but even then, it's not coming from that far.
No.
And so that's why I feel she's so important, and her group and all the volunteers, everyone she's involved with, that we're teaching our kids how to eat right. And that in tune will help even reinforce how we should eat right? Because it goes both ways. If you get your kids to eat healthy, I'm sure this is going to force us to eat healthy. So
hey,
it seems like a win-win situation.
The other way, if you look at it the other way, look at how McDonald's marketed to children, and they made the parents eat worse, right? We need to flip it around, man. We can do this. We can get the kids to start eating, get the parents to eat better. And I think she does that.
Yeah, she does. And that's, you know, getting everyone involved, right? From the top to the bottom, back to the top, right?
Speaking of getting everybody involved, I should point out, the goal of the money that they're raising here is to put together meal kits for children. Do you know about this part of it? So meal kits that children can cook, but parents can also cook as well. It's bringing the family together. It's teaching life skills. It's teaching survival skills. And it's getting people to think about, you kind of came close to that idea of immunity, right? Better eating, better immunity through better eating, right? And here's the time when we need our immune systems, I should say.
Yeah, I think it's like, you could almost call it, like, we should just call it a PPE kit, right? At this point, like you're investing, you know, your donation, you're investing in something, not just.
I have to say, I love that right there. Eating well, real food, that's your PPE kit. That's what's going to keep you healthy. A lot of the people that are dying from COVID are people that have bad diet and have bad dietary health outcomes in their lives. Eating better will better prepare you for illness in the future. I love that idea of real food as PPE. Thanks, Ravin, for that one. I'm stealing it from you. Watch for me to use that one in the future.
For a program, but it's going directly to a meal kit that people are going to eat to make them feel better and be healthier, right? So it's like you're investing in a PPE kit.
Yeah, that is so great, a PPE kit. I love that, man. So I should also mention, if you are donating in the month of September, I don't know if you know this, but several fine organizations are going to be matching funds, you know, some of them up to $5,000. Okay, so our team is tied up with Clover, how do you say it? Stornetta, is it?
Yeah, Stornetta.
Stornetta, right? Yeah, you know, our Marin dairy farmers cooperative out there basically is what it is, right? And they're kicking in money for this to Valor and Cellars, a local winery is one of them. Of course, the mighty Jiffy Lube is in there as well. We all love them, right? And so, but you know, if you donate this month, your money's going even further because people are matching it out there. So we should probably check that out. Yeah. Gosh, how about some of the other chefs that are doing this? Can you talk about them?
Yeah, I mean,
home slices out there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Rick is doing it this year. Kevin's doing it again. I don't have that. What's your name from the top of my head? I'm blanking right now.
So Rick Mahan from One Waterboy, right? Let's see. I got a list of. Let's see.
Brian from Golden One.
Brian Koznecki from Golden One Center, right? Longtime friend of the show. Okay. Let's see. Billy. Billy from Crew, right? And Nina, what was her name?
Nina from
Adventist Health. What was her name? Nina. Anyway, lots of chefs lined up for this. Everybody out there, you've been posting on Facebook. I imagine some of these other folks are posting on Facebook. So how can people donate? What's the easiest way to donate? And what's the easiest way to get money to Team Bok Choy?
I think follow the links, right? So they have Food Literacy has a link that you can click that all of us are posting to the same link. And then you scroll down and there's Team Bok Choy. So you want to donate to Team Bok Choy because, that's where it's at. Don't try, donate to Team Bok Choy and then donate half of that to the other guys. So, they get some love too.
On
right?
that, Team Avocado bandwagon like everybody else. Gotta mix it up, people, right?
Yeah, Bok Choy is where it's at. Not avocado. Everybody knows avocado. Kids you got to get them eat something new, like Bok Choy. What kids like, if my kids say, hey, I want to cook Bok Choy, I'd be like, yes. They're like, hey, I want to eat avocado. That's just regular stuff. So, it's not unique enough.
Yeah. Well, regular for us. We're so lucky.
Yes.
As you said.
Yeah, regular for us. For Californians.
I love it, man. I think we covered all of it. Goal of 25 grand this month for educational meal kits for our Sacktown kiddos and their families. People cooking food as a family, nothing better than that, right? This is what we need. Ravin, have we forgotten anything?
Not off the top of my head. I can't think of anything that we've forgotten.
I think we did pretty darn good.
Yeah, I think we did pretty good. And we gotta, as long as go to foodliteracy.org, and that's the place to start for everybody. If you have trouble, that's the easiest way. Yeah.
Shower them in gold. Is what we need to do, because they're doing good stuff every day, not just in the month of September in Food Literacy Month, right? Awesome stuff. Ravin, my last question. I'm hoping that you might come on to the show sometime. What do you think? Maybe we could do something a little more sensitive, an in-depth interview where we explore the softer side of Ravin Patel. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime, Dave.
All right, brother. Anytime you're doing anything, you want to get the word out for another good cause, man, you give me a ring, man, and we'll do another one of these. All right?
You got it, Dave. Thanks, man.
Awesome. And thank you, brother. Team Bok Choy.
Team Bok Choy, all the way.
And that was Ravin Patel, ladies and gentlemen. What a great guy, okay? I really want to thank Chef Ravin for talking to me. I want to thank the team at Food Literacy Center, Team FLC, as I call them, for everything that they do every day in their communities. They are a great organization. If you're interested at all, okay, to watch any more of these live shows, you can check out the Industry Cooking Community. It's over there on the Facebook, okay? Get over there and join the community. You can interact and play along with like-minded food folk that you find over there, okay? Every Monday at 4 o'clock on Facebook Live, I want you to check out Industry Cooking. This is formerly Quarantine Kitchen Happy Hour. I'm too depressed to use the name anymore, and this is the new reality, so we're just moving forward. Industry Cooking is what I'm calling it from here on out. These food talks, they will pick a technique like roasting or risotto, and we will dissect it, okay? We're gonna break down ingredient knowledge and knife skills, ratios, flame control, flavor development, all of those things that you don't find just by reading through a recipe, okay? These shows distill decades of kitchen wisdom into tasty bite-sized nuggets that you just won't see on other so-called food networks, okay? And you should probably keep an eye out for some super chef friends to join in on these stovetop cereals as well. I'll bring in some buddies and let them throw down some lessons as well. Okay, so that's every Monday, Industry Cooking, every Monday on Facebook Live at 4 o'clock. And then Thursdays, I'm doing my Between Two Stoves on Facebook Live. And this is where I'm doing interviews with regional chefs and butchers and bakers and farmers and anybody else I can find in the food industry that is trying to survive and trying to make it out there. We're going to share their stories about how folks in the hospitality world are still managing to provide for the people and each other during this ongoing season of Corona, okay? That's Between Two Stoves, and that's on Thursdays, every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Facebook Live. Again, if you want to watch live, check the Industry Cooking Community on Facebook. Again, you can interact and mess around with other people over there, and there are other chef instructors and things hanging out as well, okay? So watch anytime, I got tons of these videos out there to watch anytime. Go on over to Industry Cooking channel on YouTube. Right now, they're running a special free subscription offer right now. You go over there and just click to subscribe. That's all I got right now. I just want you people to remember to be true to the food, and it will never be false to you, okay? Also, don't forget that the party is always in the kitchen.